Here are 14 things you won't believe are in the Bible. 1. The forbidden fruit wasn't an apple. Nowhere does the Bible specify that the fruit Eve ate was an apple. It's just called the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. The apple idea came much later. For all we know, it could have been a fig or a banana. 2. Jesus probably couldn't pronounce his name. The name Jesus didn't exist in his time. Now before moving forward, if you are a true believer, comment, "I love Jesus," to seek his blessings. I will pray for you. Coming back to the topic, he likely went by Yeshua in Hebrew or Yeshua in Aramaic. The letter J wasn't even invented until the 14th century. 3. The Bible mentions that the earth is round way before Columbus sailed the ocean. Isaiah 40:22 referred to the circle of the earth. 4. Biblical marriage isn't just one man and one woman. The Bible mentions 8 types of marriage: polygamy, levirate marriage, concubines. It's all in there. Solomon had 700 wives and 300 concubines. 5. The 3 wise men weren't there at Jesus' birth. The Magi arrived much later, possibly when Jesus was a toddler. They found him in a house, not a manger. 6. Not every part of the Bible applies to everyone. Some laws were specifically for the ancient Israelites. Others were replaced by new covenants. 7. God does give people more than they can handle. The phrase, "God won't give you more than you can handle," isn't in the Bible. In fact, several verses show believers being completely overwhelmed. Sometimes that's how they grow stronger. God himself says, "My grace is sufficient for you, through all trials." 2 Corinthians 12:9. 8. Sodom wasn't destroyed just for its shameful sins. Ezekiel lists Sodom's sins as arrogance, gluttony, and neglecting the poor. The sodomy connection came much later. 9. The Bible mentions dragons. The Hebrew word tannin is sometimes translated as dragon. It appears in both the Old and New Testaments. Some versions use serpent or sea monster instead, but the idea of giant fearsome beasts is definitely there. 10. There's a talking donkey in the book of Numbers. A donkey speaks to its owner. The donkey sees an angel that the owner can't see. It tries to warn him about the danger, so God gives the donkey the power of speech. 11. Jesus cursed a fig tree. Jesus once got mad at a fig tree for not having fruit. He cursed it and it withered. 12. There's a group resurrection. When Jesus died, something weird happened. Matthew says many holy people who had died came back to life. They walked around Jerusalem and were seen by many people. 13. Many biblical heroes were far from perfect. Moses was not a good man. He killed an Egyptian and hid the body in the sand. Then he ran away to the desert. David was called a man after God's own heart, but he wasn't always good. He saw a beautiful woman named Bathsheba bathing. David wanted her, so he sent her husband to die in battle. Then he married her. That's horrible. Paul used to persecute Christians. Later he became a Christian himself. Noah got drunk after the flood, and Peter denied knowing Jesus 3 times. 14. God didn't kick Adam and Eve out just for eating the fruit. Contrary to popular belief, the fruit wasn't the only reason. God was worried they might eat from the tree of life next and become immortal. What do you think about these? Tell us in the comments below.